I came across a quote the other day that I've been meaning to share with you. It goes, "A bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not on the branch, but on its own wings." Charlie Wardle, if I'm saying that right. Trust in its own wings. I find that many people, and I'm speaking from experience here, don't trust in their own wings. In fact, they don't even realize that they have wings to begin with. And this leads us to fear what may or may not happen, the branch breaking or not, life taking a downward turn, challenges and obstacles appearing in our lives that we live in fear of because we feel unequipped to navigate them. We feel at the whims of life, which, in the grand scheme of things, we absolutely are. We can't control the bigger picture being painted. However, in our day-to-day lives, what we are able to do is cultivate a sense of self-trust, a recognition of our own wings and our ability to take care of ourselves, to navigate uncertainty, and to even fly and thrive in the face of them. But we struggle to do so because essentially we've had our own wings almost snipped from us. We've been led to believe that we're powerless, that we're at the whims of whatever. And we haven't taken the time to really cultivate this self-trust, is really what it is. We haven't spent the time to be with ourselves, is what it is. Because it's difficult to trust someone unless we've spent ample time with them. And not just in certain settings, say when things are going well or when it's a bright sunny day, but when things are quite shitty and it's stormy and just absolute gloom outside and nothing seems to go right. It's like the whole world is almost trying to spite you. Have you spent time with that version of yourself and everything in between? And if you haven't, then it's difficult to really trust yourself because you don't know yourself. You've only been able to see one facet of yourself in this certain context under these certain conditions. And when hits the fan or something happens that is unfamiliar or outside of the playbook you've been given, then there is this lack of trust, this lack of safety, because you haven't experienced it with this you yet. And it's the same thing with other people. If you were to view yourself as being with another person, intimacy, true intimacy, is built when you're able to navigate and be with one another in all conditions, all circumstances, all that unfolds. And in intimacy, there's trust. But without that, there's going to be this questioning of what if? What happens if the branch breaks? Will I be okay? And I'll speak for myself here. It's taken a lot of inner work and a lot of time spent with myself to feel comfortable, to really be intimate with and trust myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to do things like travel around the world in countries where I don't speak the language, don't know a soul, all by myself. Plenty of times the branch could have broken and could have been absolutely disastrous for me, being in a foreign country, being on my own, all that. And yet there was this quiet sense of safety and knowing that even if shit did hit the fan, that I'd be okay. I have myself, and I've been through challenging circumstances, unforeseen circumstances before. And while not easy by any stretch, I've always been okay. So, all to say, cultivating a trust in oneself is incredibly important. To be able to recognize that, yes, you have wings, wings that are able to take you to faraway places, wings that are able to navigate the winds of change that are totally out of our control, and to be able to move with them when such things happen. So, +1 for self-trust. That's all I have to say. So, take care.